it's Allison. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am so excited to be sharing a new release from La La Land Crafts. It's the Winnie the Pooh release and it is amazing. And of course there is paper. You know I love the paper from La La Land Crafts. So there is a gorgeous paper pack, but there are stamps and dies and well, here's the card that I'm going to make. It is just so much fun. Now I'm going to start off with the amazing In the Forest paper pack. And I'm going to walk through this paper pack a little slower than I normally do. And that's because I thought it would be a great way to show you all of the different stamps that are in this collection. There are 5 stamp sets, and I have stamped all of the images out. I did pull out my scan and cut machine for this, which is something I almost never use. Like maybe I use it twice a year. And you can already see how gorgeous this paper pack is. Again, you know that I love this paper. Now, this image is from the More Friendly stamp set. There are 3 images of Pooh and Piglet in that set. This cute image is from the Oh Bother set. There are 3 different images of Pooh holding a honey pot. Now this adorable Eeyore, look at him sitting on his head. That's from the That Figures set. There are 3 images of Eeyore. And by the way, each stamp set comes with a bunch of sentiments. The sentiments are all quotes from the original books. Now remember that Winnie the Pooh is now part of the public domain, and that just has to do with the copyright expiring at the end of 2021. So lucky us, right? Now here's another image from the Oh Bother set. So cute. On the back of most of these papers are smaller scenes, which I love. Those would be great for little mini slimline cards. And you can see how the smaller scenes have a similar style to the large scenes. I love this particular scene. Here's the 3rd image from the Oh Bother stamp set. So cute. And here's that adorable image. How cute is that? Them just walking down the trail. I love these images. They're just have a really whimsical feel to them. There's Eeyore again. Is he doing yoga? And there's Pooh with his honey pot. Just so many cute options here. This is a really pretty scene. Now here's that image from the More Friendly set again, and I just wanted to show you one of the dies really quick. I'll show you all the dies in a bit, but here's the tree log die. This would be so cute to put in this scene with Pooh and Piglet sitting on it. Of course, if I had planned this out better, I would have cut out all of the dies to show you, but I didn't think about it at the time. Here's a really cute scene right here. And of course, the dies that I'm going to show you would help really fill out a lot of these scenes. But of course, you can use this paper on its own. You don't have to use it with the Pooh stamps. It's just gorgeous paper. Now this image is from the Hold On Tight set. There are 2 other images of just Pooh hanging from a balloon string. This is the large partial balloon die. I will be using that on the card today along with that image of Pooh and Piglet. It's just so adorable. Here's some more scenes that would be good for mini slim lines. Now there's Eeyore again, and I'm going to show you the other 2 images that come in that stamp set. So again, it's the That Figures stamp set, and here are the other 2 Eeyores. So cute. All right, now here's Piglet. He's from the Follow Joy stamp set. And I thought the size of this Piglet was great for some of these smaller scenes. He looks so cute. Maybe he's walking over to Pooh's house. And look how cute he is in this little scene. And of course, as soon as I saw these little scenes, that's when I started formulating the idea for today's card. All right, now it's hard to have a favorite among these papers, but I just adore these next two. They're night scenes, and I just think they're so great for having Pooh and Piglet staring up at the stars. Look how sweet that is. That's from the More Friendly stamp set. Now this adorable Pooh is from the same set as that little piglet that I just showed you. And there's the back. Such pretty little scenes. And then this one, look at that. Now here's another image from that More Friendly set. And you can see the third image just off to the right, the one of Pooh and Piglet standing together looking up at the sky. All of these stamp sets are just so adorable. All right. So let's look at some of the dies from the release. I showed you the balloon already. Here is the small honey pots. This set comes with a die to make a shelf, so you can make a really cute scene. This is the tree house. This would really be great with some of these papers, and I will try to use that on a future card. Here's the tree log again. These are the rounded grass patches and the tree branches. Two separate dies, again, great for filling out these scenes. Now this Bookplate die set is great for making a vignette or a frame. It also has smaller dies that are great for some of the longer quotes that are included with the stamp sets. And I'll probably use this on a frame for a card soon. There are more dies in this collection, including a honey dipper, a large honey pot, a really cute honey jar, a tree stump, a beehive. And then there's a slimline Bookplate die, similar in idea to this one. All right, let's move on to the card. I have picked those little scenes that I showed you before, and this paper off to the left is the other side of that paper. I love how there are two of each paper in this pack because that way you don't have to make a choice of which one to sacrifice. That's always hard with paper packs. Now here's that large partial balloon die, and I've already colored Pooh and Piglet. They are from that Hold On Tight stamp set, and I used a combination of Copic and OLO markers. All right, these are the Postage Squares. These are from La La Land Crafts. And I used the second largest die from the set, cut it from my cardstock, and then I cut my scenes down to smaller squares so that you can see the stitching detail, basically framing those little scenes. And I lucked out that 3 of these 4 scenes kind of matched each other really well. All right, now there honestly wasn't a whole lot involved in making this card once I had come up with the idea and made the postage stamp scenes. A lot of it was just trying to get the right color background. This paper is Woodgrain paper from Poppy Stamps. I use this a lot. It's a cream color, and you'll see me come in with several different distress ink colors, trying to get it to that perfect magical color that I didn't know I wanted until it was done. So here's frayed burlap. I really thought this was going to do it, but it was just too light. So I came in with some evergreen bough, and you can see it getting a little darker. And again, I'm just really going around the edges. Now here's Uncharted Mariner, and you'll see this is going to really start darkening up the edges. Now with this darker color, you'll see that I come in with the brush that I used for the evergreen bough just to smooth out that blend. Now I'm going to finish things up with the frayed burlap, and then I'll put my stamps on there to make sure that I like the final result. By the way, I will list the colors of markers that I use for Pooh and Piglet on my blog, and I'll have a link to my blog below. Now for my sentiment, I'm using this little washi tape die. This die came in the August kit of the month last year, again from La La Land Crafts. I just loved the shape of it, and it fit my sentiment perfectly. And there's the actual die. Now in the balloon die set, there are dies for adding a highlight to the balloon, and of course there is a string and a bow. Now I'm just starting to play around with placement. How far down Pooh is going to be and all that. And then it occurred to me that I want to make an alteration to make it look more like Pooh is holding the string. You can see right here what I was noticing, and this was my solution. I'm coming in with my little scissors that I use for fussy cutting, and I'm first going to trim off the white outline right around his hand or paw, and then I'm going to curve up right under that line in the stamp that creates the look of his hand. And yes, I was very nervous taking a scissors to this because I think I've mentioned this before. I am not all that comfortable coloring, so I definitely didn't want to have to color this again. All right, I have grabbed my Tim Holtz snips to finish this up. The blades on here are so sharp, so if you need to snip just a tiny little area, these are great for doing that. And now I'm taking my string and just slipping it through that little slit that I created. And I'm really happy that I ended up doing that. All right, so again, this was not hard to put together. Just gluing the postage stamps down now. And I'm just starting with the bottom one. And for the top one, you'll see me coming in with my acrylic block just to hold these in place while they're drying. And before I place the top one down, I'm just kind of bringing in that middle one just to see if I like the layout before I press down on that top one. Now for the middle one, I am going to put some thin foam squares in between the top and the bottom one because I did double up these stamps. So they're a little bit thicker than normal. All right, I have glued that string to Pooh's hand, and now I'm adding some thin foam tape to the back of Pooh so that he stands out a bit from the scenery. This is the Big Momma foam tape roll from Simon Says Stamp, and I love this roll because it's thinner than my other foam tape. I'm going to add the same tape behind the balloon. And now I'm coming in with these 3D foam strips, again from Simon. I'm going to add these behind the balloon to the card base itself. These are thicker, so it will make the whole balloon sit level. And I'll add a few more pieces, making sure that the balloon covers all the little pieces I'm adding. And again, these snips are great for snipping these little foam strips. All right, so I'm just going to lift the card base so I can make sure that I add my balloon nice and level with the top and the side. And you can see I did trim the side of my balloon, so it looks like it's coming off the side of the card. I'm adding those same foam strips to Piglet because he's going to be on kind of a lower level from Pooh. And then I can just pull the release tape off. And I'm adding a drop of glue to the top of the balloon string, which will attach right under the balloon. And once that is done, I will attach the little bow and my sentiments. I did make a second sentiment using that same washi tape die. You can see that right here in the final image. And I thought having two sentiments filled the space. Really nice. So there it is. And I just adore this card, but more than that, I'm just in love with this collection. It is just so much fun, and I just think Irina, who owns La La Land Crafts, did such an amazing job. And you know that she is the artist. She draws these stamps. So pretty amazing. All right, that is it for me today. I will have links below to La La Land Crafts where you can find this entire collection and the other supplies. And again, look to my blog for details such as marker colors and all that. I appreciate you being here today, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.